Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Talking Halos. I'm your host today, Jared Timms, and I'm joined alongside my co-hosts, my partners in crime, Nate Green and John Craine. Nate, get out of here. Get out of here. John, how you doing?
Back. I'm good. I've went to the game on Sunday. Saw Journey last night. So it's been, and then I'm going to opening day and bobblehead night on Friday. I'm in full swing.
Fantastic. I've been crushing the minor league baseball scene. I'm gonna let you know that right now. Watching minor league baseball. Just gonna let you know. Oh, and watching Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon, Shohei Ohtani. That's all I really care about. So, Nate, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's opening day. How can we not be excited for this? We've been waiting for this all off season. We wait for, the stupid CBA to be done. This is great.
Absolutely. Happy opening day to everybody who is listening to this podcast and watching us from YouTube. But first, guys, before we get going, just want to, first off, thank Blue Wire for everything that they've done. We do our podcast here on Blue Wire. I got in trouble for not mentioning that for a bunch of podcasts, so I'm going to start mentioning that now. Sorry, Blue Wire, for doing that. So, yeah. Let's keep it going, though. Guys, just want to, again, thank you all so much for listening to this podcast here at Talking Halos that we do on Blue Wire. I'm going to throw that name out there one more time for you. So Blue Wire. If you could go ahead and subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast. Pound that bell button if you're watching us on YouTube. Keep subscribing on YouTube as well. It's been fantastic. Absolutely enjoy it. I don't know how you guys put up with looking at our mugs, but it works. It works. You guys seem to enjoy it. So again, you can follow us on all of our social medias. Just look up Talking Halos. You can follow myself on Twitter at Jared_Timms. You can follow Nate at NateGreen34 and John at Jags Craine. John doing fantastic stuff on there. We're trying to get John a blue check mark, by the way, as well. So that's the next goal for John. Get him that blue check mark.
Yeah. It's really me. Even without the blue check mark. It is me. I promise.
Fantastic. All right, go follow us all on all of those social media platforms. And guys, let's get this rolling. We're going to kind of do what we did with the last podcast. Of course, if you haven't listened to the last podcast or watched last podcast, we had Sam Blum, Taylor Blake Ward, Jeff Fletcher, and Rhett Bollinger. Yes, if you know those names from something, they are all the beat writers for the Angels from their respective sites. So fantastic podcast. Go ahead and go listen to that. It is unbelievable. I'm just gonna let you guys know a lot of insight goes on there with that. But again, we wanted to answer our own questions here before we get, we just want to do a little prediction for everybody. So guys, let's first start it off by asking John, how'd you like the off season?
You guys sold me on it. Yeah, the pitching. Yeah, I give it definitely a thumbs up. There's people picking us to win the division. I just read an article today. I mean, so we had some improvements. As with everything, it all has to work out, and if it all works out, then we're in business. But crossing the fingers.
Absolutely. Good off season, to say the least. Before I say mine, Nate, go ahead and break some hearts, kill the mood. Go ahead, do your thing.
That's my job. I'm indifferent about this off season. Honestly, it's hard to be excited when you don't take care of the most important position on the field, and that's shortstop. If you can't pick it at shortstop and you can't hit at shortstop, it's going to be a long season for you. You look at the teams that have won the World Series lately, and they are very, very good at shortstop. And I'm not saying David Fletcher can't be a very good shortstop, but you're looking at guys who have won the World Series recently, and it's you're looking at Trey Turner. You're looking at Dansby Swanson, who's one of the best defensive shortstops in baseball. So you're looking at really, really good shortstops, and that's kind of what I love what they did on the pitching side. Noah Syndergaard, fantastic get. Aaron Loop's going to be really good. Obviously bringing back Iglesias, but it's just tough for me. I think that every team needs to start up the middle: pitcher, catcher, shortstop, center field. We're pretty good in center field, I would say.
Okay.
Just pretty good. And I think we're pretty good on the mound. It's just shortstop and catcher that are going to be big question marks. I don't think Stassi plays more than 100 games. That means Kurt's going to have to play 60 to 80 games. And, yeah, that experiment's already going bad. And we haven't even played a game yet.
So, Nate, I have to unfortunately pick up the slack for your negativity over there.
Please.
So I am going to come in here right now, and this is, A+ off season. absolutely an A-plus offseason. What has the fan base wanted for years now? Pitching. Guess what they only did? Spend money on pitching, Nate. That is all they did. They spent
money on Kurt Suzuki.
$1.75 million on position players, and that was Kurt Suzuki. That was it, to bring leadership into the clubhouse. We've been over this again. John thinks that I'm right with Kurt Suzuki.
No, he doesn't. No, I changed his answer on that.
That's fine. That's fine.
He said if he would have muted me, then yes, he would have believed you.
Nate, the Angels did what Angels fans wanted. They went out and got pitching. They went out and got that ace in Noah Syndergaard. He is in the exact same spot that Shohei Ohtani was last year. Exact same spot that Shohei Ohtani was last year. Shohei Ohtani went out there and finished in the top 10 in Cy Young, maybe-ish. I don't know. I can't remember the voting. I think he did, though. And Shohei Ohtani also won the MVP. Granted, Noah Syndergaard doesn't hit. The Angels went out and solidified the bullpen, making it a top 5 bullpen in baseball, if not better. I know that you're not that high on them, but I am a full believer in what Ryan Tepera did. They went out and extended the best, if not the best, closer in baseball in Raisel Iglesias. They went out and got that lefty specialist that we've been talking about for years in Aaron Loop that the Angels didn't have. And this team is looking like it did in the early 2010s to the late 2000s. This is what this team looks like right now, Nate. And we know exactly how that went year in, year out. It's just if this team can do, what they're supposed to do. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. That's my thing with it. That's the one thing I'm worried about is the inexperience of this team, in a sense, in big situations. Like even you look at it, Mike Trout hasn't been in very many big situations. Raisel Iglesias, yes, he's the closer. Hasn't been in too many big situations in Cincinnati. He did pitch in some playoff games.
Some playoff games.
He was on some playoff teams, but again, not in too many. Anthony Rendon, World Series winner, that's fine. Shohei Ohtani has never played in a playoff game before. Noah Syndergaard, he's coming from New York. He's been in some big situations and such like that.
Series.
Yeah, he's been in. Aaron Loop, that's my one thing that I'm worried about is when this team gets into a big situation, and they're going to be in big situations this year. They're going to be on Sunday Night Baseball a lot. We already know that. And I know that's not a huge situation, but that's still pretty big. That's a pretty big ask right there for them. They're going to be a playoff team this year. I can almost guarantee you that. This team is going to be competing.
He guaranteed it, folks. I'm
listening to our followers right now. We need more positivity. This team is a playoff team. And this is just our first question, by the way. We have a couple questions to answer here. This team is a playoff team. That's all I have to say about this. I can guarantee you a playoff berth.
Lock it up. Lock it up. It's a lock.
I will lock it in.
Put the money on it.
That's fine. We're going to Vegas right now. So let's get on to our next question here. The offseason, in my opinion, A+. I'm going to stick with that. I think they went out and did exactly what the fans wanted and exactly what they needed. They went out and got pitching, and they went out and made the bullpen one of the best bullpens in baseball. So end of story there. On to our next question here. Out of the big three, who has the best year? The big three being Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, and Anthony Rendon. Nate, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go Mike Trout. I know Mike Trout doesn't pitch, but I think Shohei Ohtani is going to take a little bit of a step backwards. Not a big one, but I just think that Trout's going to go back to being Mike Trout. He's going to play 140-plus games, and he's going to hit his 40-plus homers and drive in over 100. He's going to be ridiculous this year. So Mike Trout is my answer.
John, I did not say David Fletcher, but who out of the big three will have the best year?
I think I'm probably over paranoid, but Mike Trout just really scares me the way he hasn't been able to stay healthy. I think the best year over last year, I think will be Rendon. I think Rendon has an opportunity to be the comeback player of the year. I'm going to go with Ohtani. Keep the fire lit. Keep the fire lit.
There isn't a wrong answer to this. I mean, you can make an argument for anybody. There really isn't. Like Shohei Ohtani, we saw what he did. Mike Trout's Mike Trout, and then Anthony Rendon, if he returns to what he was in Washington, I mean, it's an MVP. It's an MVP. The Angels legitimately have 3 MVP candidates on this team right now, batting 1, 2, 3. And I mean, Nate, I gotta agree with you. Unfortunately, I guess. Mike Trout. I mean, I love what Shohei Ohtani does. I really do. I'm fairly sold that Shohei Ohtani is at least going to hit 25 home runs this year and at least going to get 10 wins. That's a positive year again for Shohei Ohtani. Anything more, it's a plus. I'll tell you that. Like, I'm not expecting him to hit 40 home runs. I'm not expecting him to hit 50 home runs, 25 home runs, and 10 wins. and that's a plus for me. That's what we wanted last year, and he went out and basically did that. What do you have? 46-9, I think, or something like that. So I'm all for it, but I say Mike Trout returns to being the best player in baseball this year, and he leads the league in home runs as well, by the way. So let's get on to our next question here. Which new Angel are you most excited to see? I'll start it off. I'm not going to say Noah Syndergaard. I really want to see what Michael Lorenzen does. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I want to see him in the bullpen. I do. But I also want to see what he can do as a starter. I'm very intrigued on what this experiment ends up being. I think that he ends up in the bullpen at some point. However, I mean, if he starts until July, if he makes 20 starts, I think it's a plus. I really do. I think if the more he starts, the better this team's going to be. So I'm saying Michael Lorenzen. John, who are you most excited to see out of the new crop of Angels?
Well, I got to see him pitch the other night, Thor. So, I mean, he's the guy. He's where we throw all their money at. He's where we threw the big money at. And it's a 1-year contract. So it's a contract year for him. I think I've said in the past, I would have preferred if we'd gone in to go, but anyways, yeah, I definitely think it's Thor. Thor's going to do it. Syndergaard.
Nate, give us something different.
I am, actually.
Good.
I'm a huge Tyler Wade fan. So I'm really excited to see Tyler Wade play. I think that he could have gotten some more opportunities in New York, and I think we're going to be able to give him some more opportunities here. And, maybe he brings some of that old school Angels baseball where he steals 30 bags and he hits 270, 280 and just makes it hard to take him out of the lineup. I love his swing. I love what he does defensively. You can put him all over the place. That's who I'm really excited for.
Absolutely. All three answers, fantastic. I'm ecstatic to see Noah Syndergaard and the screw you attitude that he brings to the mound. That's what the Angels have been missing. It's every single time he gets up there, it's, screw you guys. Like, this ain't happening today. And I love that type of attitude. So final question before we get on to some predictions. I guess this starts our predictions here. Let's just jump in and let's guess the Angels record this year. Nate, we're going to go with you second, because I know you're going to be the negative Nancy here and be like 82 wins. So, John, what do you think how many wins do you think the Angels are going to have this year?
I just had a coworker ask me this. Maybe I'm a negative Nelly. Until I see it, I'm thinking 85 wins, but that should be enough to get him in the playoffs.
You're not off. That's not negative Nancy at all. You're I think right on.
Everyone has them right around there. So
right around there. Let's see, all four of the guys we had on yesterday were right in that range. I think maybe a couple wins higher, maybe a couple.
Yeah, I think some people had them at 90, but for the most part, it's between like 84 and 88.
Yeah, Nate, negative Nancy, what do you got?
Yeah, you already took my answer. It's 82 and 80. Until these guys prove that they can stay healthy, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That's all I'm asking for. Why put my expectations at 90-plus wins when every year we've done this for 15 years and they end up with 76 wins? So prove me wrong. That's all I'm asking for.
That's fine. And
you know what? Jared, you better mute him because he's convincing me, okay? He's convincing me.
That's fine.
That's it. This team is, I mean, how many years has it been? The Braves, the Astros, they don't ever have, they're just consistent. Every year they're there, they're in it. And like the Angels, it's always, if everything falls in place, we're a great team. But so.
And I agree with you guys. I do. I really, really do. However, I do need to make up for Nate's negative attitude here.
Do it.
And I guess John's partial negative attitude. The question marks. There are a lot of question marks. We've said it all off season. There are 28 question marks on this team. 28 right now. How many question marks need to go right for this team to be a playoff team? 20 of them?
It depends on depends on which 20,
correct.
Because I mean, you could say 20 question marks are good. What if the 6 question marks are in the rotation? That's not a playoff team.
Well, maybe. I think the team could definitely be a playoff team if those 6 are not,
But like I said, if they're all in the rotation, then
they're all in the rotation and you hit on everybody offensively, and you hit on everybody in the bullpen, Nate, this team's a 95-win team.
John, close your ears. Nate, John, cover your ears. We've done this for
this team's a 95-win team this year, and I'm going to be the highest man on this one.
We have done this for 8 years in a row.
Nate, I'm back on this. you can have a couple of question marks go the wrong way in every department, right?
Yeah.
This team has too much upside. This team has World Series upside. This team needs to stick. This team, this
and the
team
year before that.
This team needs to stick around until July, until they can go get one more pitcher. This team is a World Series contending team this year, Nate. I'm telling you this right now. All right. You have Mike Trout, the best player in baseball. He's going to put up an 8-win season.
He's been on the team.
Yes, that's fine. You have Shohei Ohtani. He's going to combine to put up an 8-win season.
He's been on the team.
You have Anthony Rendon. He's going to have a 7-win season this year. Nate, this team, and I'm going to spoil my prediction, is going to the World Series this year. This team is going to the World Series. I'm letting you know.
Prove me wrong.
This is such a volatile team. Correct. And I think this is what Jeff Fletcher might have said. This team is so volatile that it's scary. It's scary good. This team's going to go to the World Series, Nate. That's all I got to say about that. This is 90. They're going to win 95 games this year. They're going to win the AL West. I'm kind of spoiling my predictions a little bit, and they're going to go to the playoffs.
Well, then that's our next question. So just roll into who else you got in the playoffs in the American League.
Roll into the playoffs. That's fine. We can roll right into the playoffs. I got the Angels winning the AL West. The White Sox winning the AL Central. Have the Rays winning the AL East. The Jays, the Yankees, and Astros all as wild card teams. Again, when you look at the AL, I think the Angels match up spot on to anybody. 1, 2, 3 in the pitching rotation. In the pitching department, should I say, not the pitching rotation. That sounds weird. That makes me sound like I don't know anything about baseball. In the rotation, I think if you put them 1, 2, 3 against anybody in the AL, they can match up. They just need to get to that look. They just need to get to the playoffs. And this is a scary team in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now. Watch out. So for the NL, I have the Padres winning the West. I have the Brewers winning the Central. Yes, Padres. I know it's not the Dodgers. I have the Phillies winning the East. I really like the Phillies out there. I think that's the Angels of the NL. You have the in the wild card spot, we have the Dodgers, Braves, and Mets. I just think that you need to have some type of mix up. I think that both leagues are just so crazy this year. Absolutely insane this year. I think that like anybody, there aren't too many teams where you look at it and it's like, well, they might not be a playoff team. It's like, no, there are teams like, okay, let's go around like the major leagues. Like Diamondbacks, probably not, but you never know, I guess. Probably not, though, being in the West. The Rockies, probably not, being in the West. Giants, probably. I mean, Pirates are probably the only team that you look at in the Central, and it's like
Marlins could be a possible not.
Marlins, possible not, but again, they're so young and they're so like you just don't know when the Marlins. That rotation is stupid too, by the way. That rotation's insane. So, and then the AL, all you look at is it's like, well, Baltimore is a team that's like, nope, that team's not going to make it. Everything else, it's like, watch out, like they can definitely be a playoff team. So, Nate, prove me wrong. What do you got?
Astros are going to win the West. It's going to be tough to dethrone them. The White Sox are going to win the Central, and the Rays are going to win the East. I got the Yankees, Blue Jays, and Red Sox all making the playoffs in the American League. In the National League, Dodgers. It's really tough to beat the Dodgers in the West. I know the Giants did it last year, but I'm going to go Dodgers.
Well, it took 107 wins to do it.
So. It did. So I'm going to say the Dodgers win the West. I'm going to say the Brewers win the Central. Braves are going to repeat and win the East again. The Braves are a very good team. They're going to get Ronald Acuna back. They just win baseball games. They're a fun team to watch. I have the Mets, the Phillies, and the Giants in the playoffs. Your National League West San Diego Padres are not going to make the playoffs.
Got to be bold sometimes here. Padres are my NL team.
Fine.
We're going talking Padres here pretty soon, guys. Just kidding. John, what do you got for us here?
I sound a lot like Nate here. I definitely think the Astros are going to win the division. I think they're going to win the West. The East, I think, is going to be the Blue Jays, and the Central is. I'll go with the White Sox. I'll also say that the Yankees. Let's say the Yankees and Oh, I guess do I have to say nobody said Angels, but
Jared
I'll
has
go
them.
Angels.
Jared has the Angels making the World Series.
Angels going to win the AL West.
Yeah, you're right. So just because it's a talking Halos, and I will go with the Angels. In the National League, no, I have the Dodgers just because they're my nemesis and I bring them success. So the Dodgers, the Dodgers in the West. Who are we talking about? The Central.
It's tough.
The Mets are going to be the Mets are going to be in the East, and the
got in the Central. That's a tough division. That's a tough division this year.
Go with the go with the Brewers.
I like it.
I think as far as wild cards, I hope Atlanta does because I'll be at some games next year. So I hope Atlanta can bounce back from losing Freeman. And I got to go one more team, right?
You get two more.
Two more.
You have 3 wild card teams.
3 wild card teams.
Yeah. So you're missing one in the AL.
I will say the Padres. The Padres, obviously.
Yep.
And
tough.
where am I at here? Hold on, I'm gonna look here.
He has one playoff team left because didn't he say Mets, Braves?
Mets, Braves, yeah.
I said Mets, Braves.
You got
Brewers,
one more.
Dodgers, Padres. So he's got one left.
One more wild card team.
There I go.
The Pirates.
There I go, Giants.
Giants. I like it.
Giants.
That's fair.
Giants. Can't go. Honestly, like we're saying, like there isn't a true winner anywhere, really. Like we can pick 5 teams and be like, okay, these 5 teams probably aren't going to make the playoffs. But I think there's 25 teams that are going to compete for a playoff spot this year. You know, in every division, it's not like this, you know, there's not somebody that's going to run off with it. I don't think right away. I think that, you know, once the season starts, we'll start seeing some teams, and it's like, oh, these teams are a little bit better, but like there isn't. I don't think it's anything like that right now, which is really, really good. So let's go ahead and give our World Series predictions. Negative Nate, go ahead.
Oh man, this is tough. This is really tough, but I am going to say I hate this team too. I hate them. But I'm going to say the Chicago White Sox end up in the World Series, and they will be playing the Philadelphia Phillies.
I like it. Wait for the World Series winner. Wait for the World Series winner. John, what do you got? What is your World Series?
Just because they're my nemesis, I'll say the Dodgers make it in the National League because they only got better than last year.
Gotcha.
And
you do have the Angels sitting in a wild card spot. I think last time they went to the wild card spot, they went to the World Series, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'll go Angels.
There it is. We got it. Yeah, just go Angels Dodgers for a World Series. I like that.
That would be fun.
Well, we all have something in common here. I'm gonna let you know. You combine your guys' equals mine. Angels Phillies.
Okay.
Angels Phillies in the World Series this year. Really, I really like it. I really like it. John, who wins the World Series? Angels or Dodgers?
Oh, Angels.
Angels win the World Series. We got it right.
No. Actually, my heart says Angels, but
the noggin.
My noggin says Dodgers.
It's okay. That happens. Nate, what'd you have? Phillies, White Sox?
Yes, Phillies, White Sox. I think Michael Kopech is going to play a big, big role in that Chicago White Sox pitching staff. The Chicago White Sox are going to win a World Series this year.
We got all AL teams winning the World Series this year,
Yep.
Nate. The Angels
Yep.
are beating the Phillies for me in the World Series.
I think John said the Dodgers.
I said the Dodgers.
No, he said heart. The heart. Heart's all that matters. It's all that matters. So let's get on to we do have a couple more minutes here. Let's get on to some MVP, Cy Young, and Rookie of the Year predictions here. We'll start off. We'll go AL, NL. Nate started off AL, NL MVPs.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be crazy. Juan Soto is going to win the National League MVP, the American League MVP. I think Vlad Guerrero Jr. gets it this year. I think that he puts up those numbers that he did last year, and the voters give it to him.
That's fine. Mike Trout and Juan Soto for me. I'm on the Mike Trout train. I think he's back. Like there's not really a wrong answer on that one. I think Mike Trout.
I was
back.
this close from picking Trout. You know?
I think it's Trout and Soto are the favorites right now. I know that Shohei is man, but I mean, it's hard to pick. Even now, it's hard to pick against Mike Trout. So, John, what do you got? AL and NL MVPs.
Soto, and I'll go Ohtani again. Now, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. So you said Ohtani could win 10 games and hit 25 home runs.
Mm-hmm.
And if he were to do that, you're still saying, so what does Mike Trout have to do to be better than that? I know
300 plus, 45 plus.
Be regular Mike Trout.
100 plus.
Yeah.
Be regular Mike Trout. Because last year our predictions for Shohei Ohtani were like a good year, 25 home runs and 10 wins on the mound. I know we don't like to look at wins or anything like that, but like 10 wins means that he was pitching pretty well.
He should have had at least probably, by my estimates, 13 to 15 wins last year.
Yeah, he pitched very, very well. Like I said, so 20 again. Shohei Ohtani does 25 and 10. I think that's a huge plus. So let's go Cy Young Award, pitcher of the year. I guess if you want to put it that way. John, start us off. What are you thinking here with the Cy Youngs? AL Cy Young. What do you got?
Well, if Ohtani's gonna win MVP, then he should win Cy Young. So maybe he doesn't pitch enough, though. He doesn't pitch enough.
Now you're thinking. I like it. I like it. That's why it's tough for Angels to win the Cy Young Award, no matter what. I think that's the tough one. But I mean, if Ohtani puts up 150 innings and pitches like he did last year, he's gonna get some votes on that Cy Young. I just don't know if it's enough to like knock off like a Garrett Cole or a Shane Bieber or somebody like that who's going to probably throw 200 plus innings, and pitch every fifth day. So if you say Shohei Ohtani, I'm not going to disagree with you because I think if he pitches 150 innings, he's in the running. But 130, I just don't think is going to do it. So you going with Shohei Ohtani, John?
I'll switch it up to Garrett Cole because I like that. I like it. What
do you got in the NL? That's a tough one.
It is.
NL.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yes. A lot of good pitchers there. It's tough.
DeGrom?
Okay.
I like it. Starting off the year on the IL, but
but he could easily put up some stupid numbers.
It's Mike Trout as a pitcher. I mean, he can put up stupid numbers. So, like, if you said Ohtani and DeGrom, I'm all for that. I like it.
He said Cole and DeGrom.
Cole.
The New York Cy Youngs. That'd be fun.
I'm predicting, a potential Billy Epler revival here. If the Mets do well, Epler's going to have a big, I wasn't the problem here.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it does help when you have an owner that's throwing sick, ridiculous money at people with no abandon.
It's also fair.
Yep. I'll go. I like Shane Bieber in the AL. Come back. I know that's tough. I like Shane Bieber a lot. Am I picking your guy?
Of course you are.
I'm sorry. So you're going Shane Bieber. What do you got in the NL? So I don't pick yours again.
No, go ahead. Take my guy.
It's the NL's so tough. I'm gonna go with Aaron Nola. Did I get it right?
Oh my gosh.
Did I get it right?
That was way too close. Oh. No, I'm gonna go his teammate Zach Wheeler is going to win it. Zach Wheeler's got the stuff to win it. I think they strengthen that bullpen so he doesn't have to go extra innings to kill his ERA.
And I know last year, and you could see a little bit of a downgrade this year as well off that. But
so I think he throws a little bit less innings, has a little bit better ERA, and he wins the Cy Young, leading the Phillies to the World Series.
Fine. Yeah, again, leading the Phillies to the World Series. I think the Phillies are going to the World Series too. So let's go to Rookie of the Year. This is going to be extremely, extremely tough. I'll start it off here because there are so many good names coming out there. Bobby Witt Jr., Julio Rodriguez is a guy. Torkelson, yeah, dude. I actually got to work with Tork. Tork is a freaking monster. I'll tell you that much. Riley Green.
Reed Detmers.
I'm gonna go with Reed Detmers. I just think that the major league experience that he already has is just gonna help him, and he's gonna put up like a 3-WAR. Like it wouldn't surprise me if he put up like Trevor Rogers numbers from last year. I think it's Trevor Rogers. Is that who's in Miami, right?
Yep.
Trevor Rogers. I think he's going to put up Trevor Rogers numbers in Miami. Ooh, and then the NL Rookie of the Year. I'm trying to think of any NL players that are going to really be up this year.
There's a couple.
There's a few. I can't think of anybody right now. Who do we got? Nate, what are you thinking? NL. I can't think of anybody.
I mean, Hunter Green made it. You have O'Neal Cruz, who could be up. Bryson Stott made it for the Phillies. You got Joey Bart.
Can I pick somebody from the AL to win in the NL?
No.
Okay. Pick Julio Rodriguez in the NL.
Oh my gosh.
No. Okay. No, I think it's that's so tough. Like, I think it's gonna be somebody in Pittsburgh.
The Dodgers. Always, you can always guess a Dodgers pitcher, and you probably
Bobby Miller. Bobby Miller makes his way up. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, it's so tough. It's so tough. I'm just gonna say O'Neal Cruz. I really can't think of there are. It's the AL is just so stacked. Like, can I just pick LA players? It's crazy, but I guess we won't do that. I mean, you can say Michael Stefanik, and I'd be like, well, that makes sense. Nate, what do you got? AL and NL Rookie of the Years.
NL Rookie of the Year. I'll just make it easy. Joey Bart wins it in San Francisco. He has a big year. Yes, Joey Bart wins it in San Fran. The American League. My favorite prospect in all of baseball, Bobby Witt Jr. I've already compared to swing to Mike Trout. You can hate on it all you want.
So
but,
bad. Brutal. Can't do that. It's Mike Trout.
It is, but Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be a heck of a player. I got Bobby Witt Jr. in the American League.
John, letting you do some research here. What do you got?
Go with Bobby Witt Jr. and Hunter Green in the National League.
I like it. I absolutely like it. So, guys, happy opening day to you guys. I'm excited to watch some baseball. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I hope you guys all enjoy opening day, opening weekend, and watch this Angels team go to the World Series as I predicted and John predicted as well. 95-win team right here if a lot goes right, but I'm liking this team quite a lot. So, guys, as always, I want to thank you all so much for listening to this podcast here at Talking Halos. You guys look like you're am I missing something? Or you guys just
no? We're
okay.
good.
You guys were scaring me there. You're like, Jared, you're missing something.
No.
So, guys, if you
did you mention our sponsor or we're broadcasting on right now?
Yeah, Blue Wire. Yeah,
it was Blue Wire, right?
Blue Wire.
Yeah.
Blue Wire. Just make sure that
and for Nate not picking the Angels. Do you remember what the name of this podcast is?
I do. But somebody has to be the one to just kind of keep
listening to this.
Realistic.
If you or not, send me a shirt and I'll wear it every single time for you. I'll just promote Blue Wire all the time for you. But guys, jokes aside, thank you all so much for listening to this. Yes, Inland Empire. We will be there. I will be there Friday and Saturday. Watch out for me if you guys are listening to this. Come say hi. Absolutely love talking with people. So, guys, again, subscribe wherever you listen to this. Hit this bell if you're watching this on YouTube. Happy opening day. Happy opening week. And, guys, thank you so much for listening and watching, and have a great rest of your day.